As Irma sweeps through the southeast, here's what you need to know. Number 1. Irma ranks among the strongest storms ever to cross the Atlantic Ocean. The hurricane, which weakened to a tropical storm early Monday, first barreled through the Caribbean last week, leaving devastating property damage and killing at least 22 people. The storm made landfall in the Florida Keys as a Category 4 hurricane early Sunday morning. In Florida, Irma brought drenching rains and coastal flooding and left more than half the state without power, while fierce winds toppled trees and brought down at least 2 construction cranes in downtown Miami. The storm is now forecast to make its way north through Georgia. Number 2. Florida may have dodged the worst economic damage from the powerful hurricane. Florida officials had been preparing for the most significant damage since Hurricane Andrew devastated South Florida in 1992. But early post-storm assessments suggest losses will be far less than expected. AIR Worldwide, a risk modeling firm, estimated private sector insured losses of $20 to $40 billion from Irma, well below the more than $100 billion forecast by some firms on Friday. Number 3. As the storm continues to make its way north, flooding in the southeast remains a concern. The National Weather Service reported record-breaking flooding in downtown Jacksonville early Monday and said the headwaters of the Santa Fe River had exceeded a flooding record set in 1964 during Hurricane Dora. The National Hurricane Center warned that the storm's heavy rains could continue to produce significant river flooding in the Florida Peninsula and storm surges in southern Georgia.
That bridge, Highway 1, is the only way in or out.
What are we going to come back to? The aftermath.
Seriously, I was staying up to the last minute and just said, nope, I got to go.
Folks chose to stay here on the Keys and ignored the mandatory evacuation orders. We're told that if they decided to stay, they would be on their own. When Hurricane Irma blew ashore, it brought with it a powerful surge of water. And all around here in Key Largo, we see evidence of that. Piles of debris, damage to the lower levels of homes like the one behind me here.
Those people who left, they don't know when they're getting back in. It might not be for another 2 weeks. So now that we're here, we can actually start to take care of the problems and rebuild and clean up and go from there.